Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft update video. Today's snapshot is 13W42A and this one comes out a little later than usual because the guys over at Mojang have been working hard on rewriting the sound engine. So there have been tons of little bugs that have been fixed to do with sound, and the only things that have really been changed are some of the features that were added in the previous snapshot. So last snapshot we got the stained glass and now it's been tweaked and this looks 100 times better. It looks so nice now. They have made it a lot brighter and a lot more transparent, so you can see much more when looking through here. And there's a pigman drowning in water over there. I'll explain that in a moment. And you can also see here that the texture only appears on the front side of the block, whereas in the last snapshot they appeared on all sides, and so that overall is some really good tweaks and changes to the stained glass. I'd say that's probably finished now. I don't know if they're going to make any more changes to it, but you can see over here that glass has stayed the same. And there is also a little bug that I found. If you put one of these items in your inventory and then switch to survival inventory down here, you can see it changes and it looks like a regular glass texture with a colour over the top of it. So why was that pigman drowning? That's because I've got some water on this side of the portal and some ice on the other one, and it's really hard to make out what's going on here, but you kind of just about see the water on the other side. And if we go around to this side here, you can just about see the ice on the other side as well, but they have been tweaking the way that the ice and water works. Over here is a really good example. Now if you've got a squid tank like this in your world, it has been saved. You can now no longer see the water through the ice and you can see your squid like that, which is a really nice change. So you can see Mojang are listening to the community and making changes. So they were the more noticeable changes in this week's snapshot, and because they've been redoing the sound engine, it means that resource packs now have support for sound. So if you don't know what a resource pack is, it's basically like a texture pack that supports much more than just textures, and so if you're using them in the future it could also change the textures in your world and the sounds as well. But because of those changes to the sound engine, it means that there's been a lot of bug fixes. Now I didn't think a lot of them were really worth mentioning, so if you want to see a full list of those fixes there'll be a link in the description box. But one of the ones I thought was worth mentioning is that sometimes when you leave the world, the sounds are still playing. So if you've angered an enderman and it's making that really long enderman noise, and you leave your game and it's still making that sound, that's no longer going to happen. As soon as you leave, all the sounds are going to be stopped. And so another couple of bugs that I thought were interesting: if you have an infinity bow and you fire arrows with it, sometimes those arrows that are stuck in the ground wouldn't despawn. That's been fixed. And also a problem in the previous snapshot with playing on multiplayer, when the players were moving around, it would look like they were moonwalking. I'm sure you've seen that in some YouTubers' videos, and so that has been fixed as well. So two things that I missed from the previous snapshot: when you're hovering over the amount of players online on a server, it's going to display up to 12 names of people who are online, and also glass panes will now connect to iron bars, which is an interesting little change right there. But that is it for this week's snapshot video. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.